Hi guys, happy Monday. I hope you guys had a great weekend. This week we're starting off with the train project. And this is what that looks like, okay? Let me shrink this down a little bit. So this week we're going to start creating these components in either Inventor, in Fusion, or Onshape. If you're watching this video right now, this is for FUSION360. Number one, looking at this parts list, we're going to be building number one, the train body today. This is where we're starting. This is what we're going to be doing for the next 2 days, is building just this single part. So I would like you to possibly, if you can, print out this dimension. There's 4 or 5 different availables, or take a picture of it with your phone so you can access it while you're working, or any way that you can figure out to make this work is good. I am going to walk you right through the process. So if you're doing split window or following this and then doing it, whichever works for you, I completely understand. Let me pull this out of the way right now so I can see it while I'm working. I've got it up on another screen. Okay, I have Fusion up and running, ready to go. Okay, after you open it, we are going to come up here above the tool ribbon to File, create a new design, and I need to name this. I'm going to start right off by naming it so I don't lose it. This is train body. Click Save. We've got it saved. First thing I'm going to do is create a new sketch. Come up to the tool ribbon under Solid, create Sketch, and I'm going to click on the front plane. Okay, now before I go any further, I want to make sure I'm working in inches. Document settings, units, inches, I'm good. Okay, looking at this train, I'm going to create an overall block to subtract away from and then add to, but I want to start with a big rectangular block that's big as the entire train body. So I'm going to start with a 2-point rectangle, and I'm going to click on the horizontal line, and in the height window, I do not know how tall this is yet, so I'm going to simply make it 4 inches tall. Tab over to the width measurement, and it says that this is, hold on one second, 5.5 inches long. So 5, tab, click once, and I lost my measurement, so I have to come up, click on my sketch dimension, click on the one end, come to the other end, and make that 5.5 inches. And finish that sketch, come up to Solid, click on Extrude, And I'm going to extrude that. Let me check this measurement over here really quick. Total width of this is 2 inches. So I now have this big rectangular block. The next thing I'm going to do, let me push down on my wheel on my mouse, hold it down so I can pan down here a little bit. I am going to put a new sketch on the side of this, and I'm going to draw another rectangle and start up here to the left outside of the rectangle and come down in, such as this. Now I don't have a dimension for this rectangle, but I know that this part of the train body here says that it's 5.5 minus 1.75. So I need to dimension this to this part of my rectangle to be 1.75 inches. And then I need the bottom of this new rectangle to be 0.88 inches from the bottom. All right. I'm going to finish that sketch. I'll come up to the View Cube and click on the Home feature, and I'm going to extrude this, but I want to, over here in my extrude window, I want to subtract this. Operation New Body, join, cut, intersect. I want to cut this. So I need this arrow to be flipped around. So in the direction window in the extrude window, I need to click down and I need to flip that. I guess I have to grab the arrow and drag it the other way, like that. Click OK. So I should have this L-shaped body here now. Alright, I'm going to put a sketch on the front of this train body here now. Create a new sketch and click on the front portion of this L-shaped rectangle I have. Okay. Now, looking at this, it tells me that the size of this drum shows right here to have a radius of 0.75, and that the center, if I follow the center line all the way out here, is 1.3/8 of an inch from the bottom. So those are the dimensions that we're going to have to create, use to locate that. Alright, so I'm going to start with a center diameter circle, and I'm just going to place the center point and it tells me the radius is 0.75. Radius is only half of the circle, so I'm drawing a circle, so I need that to be twice that. So I'm going to, which is 1.5. Circle of 1.5. Now, I need the center of this circle. I'm coming up to the tool ribbon to get the sketch dimension tool. Click on the center, click on the bottom line, and I need that to be 1.38. Hit enter. And I think it's in the center, but I'm going to make sure anyways. I'm going to click on the center, come over here to the side. Yep, that's 1 inch, so that's in the center. Okay, I'm going to finish that sketch up now. Back up to the tool ribbon, to the extrude tool. Click on that part of the profile, and I want it to go the other way. I'm just clicking and I'm holding down on my mouse button and I'm dragging it until it goes through that edge there. Just a little bit. And I don't want a cut operation. I have to come back here now and change this to join so that it's all solid. Click OK. Now I have that round tank look to the top or front of my train. Now, the next thing that I'm going to do is shave off the top of this. All right. So what I have to do is I have to switch views here to look at the back of this train, right here. Now, it says here that the total height of this train, it says that the top of this train has a radius of 2.35. It also says that that radius comes from this center mark, and that center mark is 0.375 inches from the bottom. That circle there is a hole. It has a diameter of 0.25, and this T with the arrow on it tells me that that 0.25 hole is 1/2 inch deep, or 0.5 inches deep. So that's what I'm going to start with. As soon as I get this out of your way. Okay, so I'm going to turn this around, come up here to the view cube, turn it around so I can see the back side, create a new sketch and click on the back side of this. Sorry, Microsoft Word's running super slow on me and messing things up. Okay. Come on. So there, now I'm looking at the back side, and I need to place a new sketch on there. And create a circle. That circle needs to be 0.25 inches in diameter. And it needs to be 3/8 of an inch from the bottom, which is 0.375. Come on, there we go. .375, enter. I'm going to make sure this is in the center, so I'm going to click on the center of that again, come out to the outside edge, and just sit and wait apparently. Center to outside line. There we go. Let me try hitting escape. Back up to sketch dimension. Click on the center, the edge, 1 inch, so it is in the middle. Okay. Finish sketch. Click extrude. Now, I'm going to click on that circle and under operation I want to cut, and I want a distance of 0.5. No target body, that's because it's going the wrong way. I have to grab that arrow and turn it around the other way. Now I have to come back. I dragged it too far, so I have to correct with that with 0.5. Cut, distance, one side profile plane. Okay, why do you keep doing this to me? Direction. Let's look at the more info. No body found to cut or intersect. I know, you're not letting me. Okay, for distance I put 0.5. I need to put negative 0.5. Negative 0.5. Yeah, once you flip it in Inventor, you don't have to designate negative or positive. I understand now. Create sketch. Click on this back side again. Now, I'm in the sketch mode. I'm coming up to the top here to create, clicking to expand, and I'm looking for an arc. And I want a center point arc. Creating an arc using 3 points. So I'm going to click on the center of the existing hole we just made, and I'm going to come up here and I'm going to type, that radius says that it's 2.35, and I'm going to click once outside of the body, come across the body out into the white space again, and click again. Now I'm going to hit escape on the keyboard and come up here to create a line. Click on the line, come back, and I'm going to click on this end of that curve. Just come up here, click once, click twice, click 3 times, click 4 times, and then come back and make sure that I'm touching the other end of that arc. Okay, now I can see that it's blue here. So it has created a profile, a continuous loop. So I'm going to click Finish Sketch, click Extrude, click on both profiles there, so I'm getting the whole thing, and come over to Operation in the Extrude window, click Cut, and I'm just going to grab that arrow and drag it all the way through it. And hit Enter or click OK. Either one will signify we are done. So I have one more thing that we need to do on this body, and that is to put a sketch on the side of the train and to cut out the window. Okay, so looking at the top picture of this, it says that this has a radius, this window here, a radius of 0.5 or a 1-inch circle, and that the center is 0.25 from the back and 1.75 from the bottom. So that is what I'm going to put onto here now. Okay, so I have my sketch on the side. I'm going to create a circle, and I'm not going to put the center of the circle a little bit to the left of the edge of the body. Click once, and then type 1 and enter. Now I'm going to dimension the center of that circle, 0.25 from the back, and 1.75 from the bottom. All right. Now, that is not a circle. It is a radius with flats that come out. So I need to click on the line, and I need to, let me zoom in on this just a little bit. I need to click on the top apex or center of the circle, and it finds it for me there with that X. Click, come back here, just, I don't care how far. Now I want to hit escape on the keyboard and then start my line over again at the center bottom of that circle. Come out here horizontally, click once, click on the other end of that line, and now I want to use that trim tool again, the scissors, to cut out the part of the circle we're not using. Oops. Let me see if I can do this without removing that. Finish sketch. Extrude. Go to operation. Cut. That's 2 inches wide. We'll make it a distance of -2. -2. Yes, and it works. Awesome. And that's our train body for today. Come up here, File, Save. Train body version 1. Okay, and that's it for the day. This is what we are doing, is the train body for today and tomorrow. Hopefully you will be able to get it done by then. If there's not, if you're having problems, contact me, let me know, and hopefully I can answer whatever questions you have. All right, thanks a lot, guys.